Passage from Happy Life, from The Spirit of Giovanna de Angelis, and psychographed by Divaldo Franco. The message says, stop complaining all the time so that you will not become a persona non grata. Keeping company with complainers is very unpleasant. They find fault with everything, and they want the world to revolve around them in conformance with their way of seeing things. Since you cannot change others, you must work tirelessly on your self-improvement. If everything displeases you and you find yourself complaining all the time, watch out. It is an attitude of someone who's out of sorts with life and him or herself. You must tolerate yourself and learn to be tolerant of others. And the next message says, if only for today at least, place beauty before your eyes to brighten your outlook on your life. Shake off last night's trouble and set out to face people in the world with some measure of goodwill. You'll feel inwardly renewed, and your surroundings will seem much more pleasant. Goodwill extended to others will return to you as warmth and fellowship. Face the new day committed to winning and claiming your good place in the world.
Thank you, Marina. I feel like those messages are worth the whole visit. I think those it's funny because we could read them all the time, right? If you don't have this book, we recommend, it's called Happy Life. They don't publish it often, right? But it's a very beautiful reading. Book to have close, right? At least read a passage a day, right? Like, who does? Complaining. Don't we complain about others all the time? Can't we? I think everybody here can point someone that complains a lot. I don't know. If you're like me, I can point like a bunch of people that complain a lot. But I have a hard time when I complain. I don't notice. Isn't it funny, right? Isn't it funny when we complain, we don't notice, right? So it takes effort to look at ourselves and see that, this is one of the most brutal things in teachings of psychology. It's like usually what annoys the most in others, on us, what we get annoyed the most are things that we struggle ourselves. And this is fun because if you don't have that problem, you tolerate better. But if you have, even not as much as the other people, if you have like a lack of patience, you have a hard time tolerating people that have no patience. It's funny that, right? Think about that. That's one of the most brutal teachings for me because I caught myself all the time on that, right? I have people that annoy me and then I realize, my goodness, I still do things similar to them. And then it's a moment of, that's why I don't talk to my mentor all the time because that's my mentor what tells. It's always me. It's not, I can't complain about anybody. It's always me. This is the problem with Spiritism, right? This is why this religion is not so popular. It's all us, and we cannot blame anybody else, right? But it's okay. So it's a path of growth. It's an intensive path of growth. That's what I think it is. Not necessarily you need to go fast, but it's a freeway, like a freeway to spiritual progress, right? If we can endure it, right? So with that in mind, let's do our prayer. Mother, Father, God, Divine Creator, thank you very much for all you give us, for all the blessings, all the opportunities you give us every single day. Every single day is a chance of a new beginning, a new awareness, a little change. May we be open-minded and have our hearts softened so we can change in a way that benefits your work, Divine Creator, the manifestation of your love and your compassion everywhere. May we be aware of our challenges, but forgive ourselves as well. Be aware that your love will give us the time we need to transform into workers of compassion, and one day, workers of love. Thank you very much for all that has been given to us. Thank you to our Master Jesus, the model, the example. And we ask permission to begin our Spiritual Sunday and this Mother's Day. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're going to have slight short talk today because the topic for today, I still went for the gospel. Say, let's see, but it's Mother's Day, right? So what kind of what we're going to talk about today? And I don't think maybe a father is not the best person to talk about the Mother's Day. And then I said, what kind of inspiration comes to me? And the chapter that came along, in a random way I do it, it was the chapter 26 of the Gospel, which is it's a very theoretical chapter. It's a very pillar for our movement. Kardec, on chapter 26, there's 28 chapters in the Gospel according to Spiritism. 28 is about prayers. 27 is ask and shall be given to you, is where he prepares for the prayers, right? So that you will receive what you ask for, but the timing is off, And then 26, he included a chapter where it's a very dramatic way we express our movement, in the sense that freely give what you freely receive, right? Is where Kardec put the letter on to separate our material world from our spiritual world, right? Put a barrier, in a sense that because the material world has its own laws and things and in ways of manifesting, and the spiritual world won't match. Sometimes what's better for your bank account might not be better for you as a spirit, as a soul. And quite often they can go in conflict, right? So bank account, a big bank account doesn't mean you have a lot of spiritual wealth, and vice versa, right? Because those decisions sometimes conflict, especially when it comes to people. And then I was thinking, well, this is not an easy conversation. How am I going to connect with motherhood? And then down on me, freely give, freely receive. And I was thinking about, okay, so we are at a time in our civilization where we're starting to become more, we value more equality. I mean, we are now trying to come close to each other. Like before, we had the role of a mother, the role of a father, quite different, right? I think we're starting now to come together, right? But I was thinking about, if you think about motherhood, one of the things that's most amazing, and I don't know, we have the mothers here that can talk about that. And one of the most amazing things, no matter what, as the parents now, the fathers can become closer, the ones that are smart spiritually are coming closer to the kids. Not all. Most men still don't understand the spiritual value of being with your kids, right? But some do, right? And women most of the time, many times don't have the option, don't have the choice because there's nobody else, right? But as we move into that direction, right, one of the fantastic experiences that only females can have is gestation, right? And if you think about every single one of us went through gestation. If you have a body, it was given to you, it was formed in somebody else's, in the womb of your mother, right? And that experience, you think about that experience, right? I know there's the pains in the body and the whole change of hormones and the biology, that's why the joke is, if men were pregnant, there would be no people around, right? Because this is your whole biology suffers with this thing, right? But look at the experience you have. You welcome a spirit to the closest way possible. So you have that being with you all the time for 9 months. This is the most intense form of relationship there is. right? Nowadays, we're a little bit stronger in understanding how much the mind of the mother influences because people would think that it was just biology, right? Now you just think, no, it's just feeding the understanding of the, now we understand the importance of the mind, of the thoughts, right? Of the welcoming of that being that's coming in. Because for us in Spiritism, we see that completely different than most people, right? Because most people think that little fetus that's growing to become a human is brand new, right? It's just formed there. So if you talk to most people outside this building, right, that's what they see. It's just the biology, a few cells that are growing fast and multiplying in numbers we cannot even count in a little bit. For us now, what's in that body is a being that has been around for millions of years and is now looking forward for a new experience. Has passed, has lived many times before, has had many experiences, right? But there's a new chance now. It's a new beginning. Talk about a new beginning. A reset, a new family, a new set of values, a new set of beliefs, a new set of behaviors, a new life, right? And that's the opportunity that a mother brings into the child. In the beginning of the gestation of a new life. So once we understand that, once we understand the grandiosity of that opportunity of transformation, right? I think we will treat it. We'll treat, pregnancy and the whole experience you have with the proper understanding of the opportunity, understanding of what is coming for us, right? And that's spirituality is all about, right? And are we, the elevated beings we need to be to take care of them? Are we capable or not? Who cares? We are the best because God gave us what we need. And whoever is coming for us is who we need as well, right? That's the opportunity we're manifesting in that moment, right? And then I realized, when you think about for free, I know, I was thinking about that. Of course, if you need an example for free, I know we as parents, right, and I'm putting myself on a parent as well, of course you expect your kids to, when they grow up, to be part of your family, to take care of you maybe some way if they need to, or give you something back. I think most parents, at least have that expectation, but you don't know. You don't know. Who can know for sure what's coming off that being that's coming to your family? Who knows? Nobody knows. There's no contract. All the papers you sign are one-sided. You're supposed to take care of the baby. The baby has no responsibility. Have you seen any? I once had a friend that was, he was having a hard time with his family. And he told me, he used those words, I did all by myself. I took care of myself. I was like, everything. And he was saying that, I wasn't listening to him. A few moments ago, I said, okay, let me ask you something. When you were born, did you come with health insurance? Did you have people already assigned to take care of you? Were you paying taxes? Were you, come on. As a human baby, what do you do? Nothing. For how many years? You were completely dependent on your family, right? No one has come to birth. No matter who you are, no matter how important you might have been, how, of a billionaire, whatever you are in your life, in the highest expression or the lowest expression of your life on earth, wherever you are, right? You came on to this world as a baby. Helpless, desperate for the support of your family. And of course, not all families understand that. Not all families have the resources to take care of you properly. Of course. Because a lesson we're going to learn later on in life is that our families are just like us. They are people. They have their problems. They have their fears. They have their own challenges. And sometimes their challenges are big. Bigger than ours sometimes. Right? But they were the best we had available for us. They were the best. So no matter what, that's one of the most brutal things in the gospel, because it's even consolidated. You should honor your father and your mother. Right? And why you should honor? Because no matter what, they were the vehicle that gave you the experience like, oh, but they were horrible, they didn't take care of me, I don't know, they drank, whatever. What is the value of your life, of your body? What's the value of your physical experience? It came through them. It can be a painful experience sometimes, right? Because we come in families that are not ready for us. But if that's your choice, if that's what you chose, it's because that's the experience you need to go. So no matter what, being thankful to the families that brought us in is not a choice, right? It's not a choice. It's simply an acknowledgement of a fact that they did give to you for free, but for free they received life. Even if it was not the ideal situation. But what if it was the ideal situation? What if it was a family that welcomed you? What if it is you were loved? What if they took care of you? What if they fed you and everything? Amazing. That's beyond of a blessing, right? You came in a welcome family, right? Amazing. And now we have the opportunity to welcome others as well, right? Is God good? I know we don't see that because we always try to struggle, right? Because we see the problem, the challenges, the difficulty. And yes, we do have challenges. And if you have teenagers, you know what it is. If you have a kid, you know, they're going to be hard. It's going to go to school and they're not going to study or study too much, or who knows who they're going to date. Who knows? Yes. But they're living life, right? And the consolation they give us is whatever happens, it's still more important to live than to not live. Because not live is brutal. Not have the experience of a life is brutal. And having it is amazing. And we all have. That's my sharing with you today. We're going to prepare ourselves to our meditation before I can control my emotions as well. Okay? Thank you very much. So let's